So the question of the day is this. Life does not make any sense without interdependence. We need each other, and the sooner we learn that, it's better for us all. Erik Erikson. Okay. I want you to keep this question and share what exactly you are able to contemplate upon this question. What value addition are you able to give based on the conceptual examples from the subjects? I want you to reflect upon and just share with others in the group. Okay. So we have minimum set of students today. So I am having this discussion right now in this session only in the main room. So let's go ahead and try to break down and see what you are able to contemplate. Okay. Would you like to begin? Okay. Rajneesh, would you like to try this?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yes.
Sir, actually, after getting the word interdependence, like Abraham Lincoln sir ने जो definition दिया है democracy का, it was about कि मतलब for the people, by the people. So it's like people elect representatives and representative work for the welfare of the people. In that context, can we think about it?
Yeah. There's nothing right and wrong. It's about you justifying it, how it is right.
So basically, the whole democracy, the procedure of democracy works on the interdependence only. Okay. Elect the people, we elect the representative, and representative works for the welfare of the people. Perfect. And if they don't work, if they are not working properly, so we can have the chances to remove them after 5 years. So it's very like good.
You're right. Absolutely. Good perspective. Devika, can you add on to one perspective to that saying?
Yes, sir. India's freedom won't have been possible because of one person. When many leaders came together and fought for us, for our independence, that was the only time we could we are able to say that we are an independent nation. So interdependence is really very important, and this is a prime example for all of us.
Absolutely. Good. Thank you for the perspective. Very good. Okay. Evelyn, would you like to try this? What opened up for you when you saw this statement? What are you able to express in this? First of all, welcome to the call. I think this is the first time you're coming in. Evelyn, are you there?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is an exercise for building your opinions. So please try to share what perspective you like to give on this particular scene. Anything opened up? I would like to give a clue. The clue is, are you supporting the statement or are you opposing the statement? You can fix your stand. From that stand, you can make your argument. Because the first two arguments that came was basically with respect to supporting interdependence. Now, is there an argument that you have where you like to oppose that? You need not be interdependent. We don't need each other. We can do things ourselves also as a perspective. See if you're able to think on those lines. Yeah.
In today's modern world, people are getting like self-dependent more than interdependent with technologies and other means of help, that we don't need to depend on another human being as such. But yes, we need technology, and we are getting dependent on technology if we are getting interdependent from humans. This is what I feel.
Okay. Is it a good thing or a bad thing according to you?
Somewhere it is good, because we can't show our vulnerability to people. Sometimes people do take advantage. So we can it is a safe space for us to open up when we interact with technology rather than humans.
Okay. A perspective of artificial intelligence can be taken here, where, yes, we are starting to talk with artificial intelligence to get our answers rather than talking to humans. So you're getting more and more self-dependent rather than interdependent. Yeah, good. Very good. Rishita, would you like to add a perspective to this saying life doesn't make any sense without interdependence?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
On seeing the statement, a thought just appeared to me about our solar system and Earth. The life itself begins with the in the Earth, with the dependence on both the sun, moon, the atmosphere itself. Everything all equally made the change in the Earth that made the life possible. So, the word interdependence. I remembered Earth, the creation.
The creation of life in itself is a synergy of various factors. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Good. Nice. Next, Shrija, would you like to add a perspective here?
Sir, I would want to add upon the technology. I feel even for the technology, we are indirectly independent. We are indirectly dependent on another person. So I feel we are interdependent on each other.
Very good. Okay. So absolutely, I agree to your point. For building a technology also, you must be dependent on others, right? Okay. You want to add on any other perspective apart from these?
So what I remembered was the food web, the trophic levels, which is dependent on each other as soon as I saw the question.
So the trophic levels, the food web of how the life is dependent on each other, and this synergy is actually protecting the, the life order. Because if you kill the deers, okay, if you kill the lions or the predators, the deer will literally eat away the entire set of plants that are available. So everything is actually balanced in this ecosystem because of the interdependence. Good. Good. You have taken the perspective of food web. So interdependent for sustenance. Good. Okay. Palak, would you like to share a perspective here on this statement?
So the first thought came into my mind after reading the question is that humans are social animals. So around that something, I'm still thinking actually. I just joined in.
That's okay. Anything. What perspective, which subject, which angle you like to put in for this particular statement?
Social angle, sir. Humans are social animals. A lone person cannot survive. They need a group, some people around them to grow as personality. That in personalities also, in their personality ways also, and individual ways also.
Yes. Communities are important for building a personality. Yeah.
Yes,
and
sir.
for keeping a person sane, I can say that.
Yes, sir.
So to add on to this, you can also say that, structure should be built in the society, okay, to build such communities which are inclusive.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Inclusive communities. Okay, good. Very good. Anyone, any perspective missed? Shrija. Yeah, very good. So students, if you notice right now,
I want to add some.
Now, go on.
Like sir, a biological perspective, my nutrient cycle is like all about the interdependence. Geographical perspective, like the rocks are forming from the core of the earth, and by the denudations and all.
No, here let's limit to life. Life should be focused. The life is the keyword.
Activity of entire world is like interdependent. Whatever the trades are happening, it is interdependent. We are supplying something, we are getting something. It's interdependent.
Good.
So, like nutrient cycles as well as the economic activity, it's also interdependent. One more, so like casteism was also getting reduced because somehow we are getting independent, because the source reason for the casteism was because previously we were not having enough facilities, so people need to depend on each other, so they need to follow certain ideas. But now people having some options, so they can take their own decisions. They do not need to be dependent on each other. So that is reducing the casteism and all, as per the experience that I have personally in my village and all.
We need to share an example when you're
Like
explaining
suppose,
the
like
little complex perspective here.
सर सपोज पहले अगर गांव में कोई बीमार पड़ता था तो उसको ले जाने के लिए 4 लोगों की जरूरत पड़ती थी। गरीब लोगों के पास पैसे नहीं थे तो उनको डिपेंडेंट होना पड़ता था कि भाई हमको सामने वाला पैसा देगा तभी हमारी जरूरत पूरी होगी, तो उनके आइडियाज को हमें फॉलो करना पड़ता था। बट अभी गवर्नमेंट की सोशल सिक्योरिटीज हैं कि आपके पास आयुष्मान भारत है ना, और भी बहुत सारे पेंशन स्कीम्स हैं, तो नाउ यू डू नॉट नीड टू बी टू मच डिपेंडेंट ऑन द पर्सन जो आपके बगल में रह रहा है। प्लस में रोड्स अवेलेबल है जिससे हेल्थ केयर की फैसिलिटीज बहुत इंप्रूव हो रही है, तो थिंग्स आर गेटिंग बेटर। एंड इसकी वजह से जो कास्टिज्म का फैक्टर था, क्योंकि सोशल सिक्योरिटी इंडिपेंडेंटली अवेलेबल हो रही है, थोड़ा दूर है, मतलब जैसे लोग हैं, मतलब घर के बगल के लोग नहीं, थोड़े दूर हैं आपसे, तो that is making the difference.
See, when you're quoting a point, things have to be very, very simple and straight, Rajneesh, okay? So kindly focus on those kind of points, especially when you're quoting it. Else, if you are able to, if you're making it complex, it becomes difficult for the examiner to understand, okay?
No, sir, actually just because I was explaining, I was getting the idea, and that's the.
I understood. But I'm just telling you this, okay?
Yes, sir.
So what exactly we did right now was, we were building perspectives for this particular statement, which is a GS topic in an essay perspective. Are you all able to understand? So this is how your mind will start brainstorming as you keep looking at this perspective and going across the subjects. So how you should start thinking is, when you look at this statement, you should start scanning from each subject. For example, if you're looking at history, ancient India. In ancient India, can we take any example from prehistoric, Indus Valley civilization, Vedic civilization, Big Vedic civilization, post-Vedic civilization, etc., etc., etc. Medieval, modern, then geography, then science and tech, then economy, then polity. Where am I able to extract the points for this? So when you are putting the anchor and trying to search across the realm of the subjects, you will start building the points. And this is what I call as building the art of writing. You being able to build different perspectives. Look at this. You were able to get a political perspective. You were able to get a historical perspective, science and tech perspective, and geographical perspective, environmental perspective, social perspective. So multiple perspectives where each of the student is able to observe for this particular statement. Are you all getting the point? So this is how, on a week-on-week basis, if we are working upon a particular topic and building points, your thought processes will end. Okay? Very good, students. I'm happy. Good, you're able to give some matured points. Okay. Clear? Are you all clear with what we did right now? Type clear in the chat box if you all are clear with what happened here with the questions. This is how everyone should do in the breakout rooms. Type clear if everything is clear. Got it? And I want you to see how each of you observe, how each of you actually think. Okay, that's the power of synergy. Okay, so the hack of the day that I want to give you all before we go ahead with the discussion is the Focus 300 initiative that we are doing right now. The idea is this: we will be doing 300 topics in 30 days. Okay, where you will be learning 3,000 facts in each, 10 facts in each topic. So 3,000 facts you're learning in all these 300 topics. Okay. So whenever you're doing this particular initiative, as and when the discussion is going on, you can also use the Google technique to read the required articles from that. So just focus on this, followed by what is being given in your full test. Work on all the topics that have been touched upon in the full test. And those topics also are important for the exam, because every question that is being asked in the full test is very, very important for the exam. Are you all making sense? So Focus 300 initiative is the hack of the day to narrow down your information base to those 300 topics and revise those 300 topics. So you will be able to increase your chances of getting more questions right by 30%. This is what I can tell you. Yeah. So I hope all of you are attending this Focus 300, listening to this Focus 300 initiative. Okay. blindly raise your hand if you all who all are listening to the Google initiative. I mean, Focus 300 initiative. Are you all listening to it? Others?
I have not started, but soon I will start. So
please, very important. Please do that. Others?
Sir, current affairs are also getting covered in this.
Yeah, everything. Every angle where the topic could come. We are touching upon that. Plus, apart from all of this, the additional topics are being covered as a part of the full test. Yeah. So what you need to do as a part of the full test is, as you finish the full test, okay, you can even list down the topics of questions from full test if you want, or you just underline the topic or underline the topic in the question. Okay. And when you're revising the thing, you can really look at the topics and try to think, okay, am I familiar with this topic or not? If I need to study, let me study this topic. So things will narrow down to the question papers. You should have a bird's eye view of the subject in the background and go on adding the content to that bird's eye view as you cover the question papers. Making sense? Okay. So this is how you will increase your chances of getting through in prelims. Okay. That particular fact, that particular logic, which can help you eliminate the option, is the key. I want everyone to do this. Those of you, especially doing your prelims this time, please focus on it. And those of you who still have time, also you can listen to it to get a perspective on what we are focusing. Okay, right. Super. So in this context, in this context, anyone? Okay, let's begin with our discussion so that in that discussion itself we can tell you. So how's your week going by and what are the challenges and the best practices done for this week? Okay. So let's begin with Rishita. Rishita, how's your week going? What challenges you faced? What best practices you followed?
So my week is going very fine compared to the last week.
Yes.
I have started making mind maps of all the subjects I'm revising.
Very good.
I was giving a first read of the topic and I was making a mind map. And I am going through the question papers, sir. I am noting every keyword at the last of my page and making sure I know all the keywords. That's what I have done all the week, sir.
Very good. Okay. By any chance, would you be able to share a sample of how you're doing that?
You mean by pictures, sir?
Yeah, just a picture. Would you be able to post it in the Telegram group?
Sir, one of the picture I have posted on the economy while you have asked to share in the 5 AM group.
Okay, you've shared it, is it? Okay. Can you please reshare it in the daily workout group so that others will also have a reference of how you are able to do your mind maps and how you are able to use the keyword technique in the question paper?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Very good. And last week I remember you sharing regarding the fear of attempting the questions. Where are you standing there?
Yes, sir. I have half an hour back I have attempted the test and I think I have attempted all the questions without any fear. All the fear I had was I did not revise any of the topic. It was only the first time reading I have completed. So I have talked with the Kaveri ma'am and she helped me how to revise faster. Disregarding the subjects, I have started a subject at a time, at least 2 subjects a day, that's it. And I have planned for 2 weeks to complete the 2 subjects. So that's it.
So you're able to do that. Okay. How are you revising for the subjects? Can you throw a little light on that? What breakthrough you got there?
So for economy, I did not study any NCRT or any reference books, sir. I have just blindly taken out all the PPTs the sirs, Gorky sir have shared. And I have made mind maps from those PPTs, sir. I think almost every keyword was covered. And I was going through current affairs parallelly, sir. What are covered with those keywords and previous year question papers. So I think I think I have covered almost 70 to 80% of the subject without going through NCRT, sir.
Good. And how are your marks in the tests? Are they improving?
I did not check the marks, sir. I have just attempted the test.
Okay. Okay. This is your first test, is it, Rishita?
Sir, no, sir. Actually, I have attempted the first full test and I have complained you about my fear.
Okay.
I did not attend the last week test. I am going to attend it this night. Due to some issues, I have postponed. I will post the marks in the group, sir. I did not check the marks.
Yeah. Please check it, especially when you're solving the full test. The perspective has to be that you will choose the questions which you need to attempt, not just go with the flow. You will see which subjects you're strong in and first focus on those questions followed by the remaining questions. Okay. Try out your strategies. And as you do that, you will be able to get to know and discuss whatever are the questions that are coming in your mind with respect to the approach with sir, so that you're able to take immediate action at the earliest. Okay, Rishita? Good.
Okay,
You're able to do that. Please share your mind maps and this question paper and keywords of the questions, how you're doing it in the group, so that others get an idea. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Super. Yeah. Next. Devika, how's your week been?
Sir, I have today I have attempted the first full test, and I have not attempted the first two full tests. Plus, I am revising things, making mind maps after solving the PYQs of the topics. I was having trouble in recalling or solving the questions. And today I scored just 50 marks.
Okay. So you had trouble in recall. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So where do you think you missed out on that? Had you mentioned this in your notes, or you felt it is not at all in your notes? What did you feel
No,
then?
sir, I have read it before, but like I have mentioned it in my notes. I have also done it in the PYQs, but at the time of test, I was not able to recall things.
Not a problem. Now, whatever you have done in the question paper, work on that question paper and build that mental map. This is what is called as building the mental map. You know, this is what I told us, building the mental map for your mind. What do you mean by a mental map? For example, if you have come across a particular keyword, for example, let us say you have come across a word called, let us say you come across a word called inflation, assume. So when you come across the word called inflation, your mind should correlate that, first of all, inflation is a topic in the subject called economy. Next, in the subject of economy, under which subtopic is inflation mentioned? Is it a main topic or a subtopic? So this way, when you're able to build the mind map to that particular, mental map to that particular area from the question through open book system, the next time the chances of the quality recall will improve. Devika, making sense?
But sir, that's what I am doing with PYQs.
Yes, it happens. You're just giving the first test. This is a learning, right? That's how repeated seasoning has to happen. Give more of full test. The dynamics are different in full test versus subject-wise test. So don't go with the perfection. 50 marks that you have scored, good. How do we cover up the remaining 150 that went wrong? What exactly to do with those questions? Where exactly to work upon those questions? This is what you need to focus. Okay. See, again, I'm telling you, it's a psychological game which is testing you. So you should have that firefighting attitude to work upon those remaining questions and improve your revision for the next full test. Okay, Devika?
Yes.
Okay, so do that and build this mental map. Repeated mental map from the question paper, not from the previous year question. From the question paper, you should be able to build it. Okay?